Hello, Blue Magic Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Brave New World, with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we visited the village of Tamasa, learned that they were hiding a secret, that they knew magic after all, and we recruited Strago to come lead us to the espers, hopefully. And Shadow, our awesome ninja, has unfortunately ditched us. So with all that said, let's head on forward. There's only one way to go, basically. Boat dropped us off, so forward goes. So, you know, it's our first time fighting with Strago properly, with, you know, music and everything. He's pretty good, though. Like, I think he'll be fine. His weakness, of course, is he doesn't have very much magic early on. Once he learns a few spells, he'll be fine. And we've got pretty offensive equipment for Terra and Locke, so they're both attacking pretty powerfully here, which is nice. We don't have any of our typical Sabin, Edgar, Mog types that have all kinds of abilities that target creatures and do a bunch of elemental damage without having to use MP, so this group is a little bit more, I don't know, like basic, like a little bit more fundamentals, like use basic attacks, cast magic. They do the regular type stuff. Cephalids are completely immune to water, so don't try Aqua Rake on these. Apparently ice works, but definitely immune to water. I remember playing around here a little bit with Mog earlier, and anything from Water Rondo did not work. Still gaining levels like crazy. It's nice. It's always hard to tell when there's a bit of a rebalance on a mod. If I've over-leveled, like, I was having some challenges earlier on with the game seeming a little difficult, and I wasn't sure if I was under-leveled or over-leveled, because, you know, I've mentioned before the max level is 50 now, and the level curve and experience gains are just tweaked a little bit. And I generally feel like if you're gaining levels pretty regularly, you're probably not over-leveled. So I feel like at least, even if things are seeming easier now, it's not because we grinded a bunch of extra levels, it's just this phase of the game, or maybe my strategy's not as bad. So, anyway, we finally got an actual equipment improvement for Strago. Less magic, but I think it's worth it for the speed and the general defense. He really doesn't get a lot of speed, so, you know. Alright, Adamantoids, new enemies. Let's see what they've got. Oh, you know, one thing I was gonna mention. These guys seem really rude. I don't like that. That's not nice. Apparently they're immune to lightning. Great start. What else was I gonna say? Oh, some of the enemies in this island, I forget which ones exactly. I think it's the guys that look like this with a different color, but you only fight them on the overworld of the island. I'm pretty sure they're the guys that had the sneeze attack, which just blew one of your characters away from the fight rather than killing them or anything. They just disappeared for the remainder of the battle. And I always thought that was the most annoying thing you could get. So, I don't believe they have that attack anymore in Brave New World, and I'm actually quite happy about that, because it was not one of my favorite things from the original game. You guys, anyone who's played the original Final Fantasy VI, you guys know what sneeze is, right? And it's terrible. Terribly annoying. Alright, we got any 3 Esper levels. What am I doing? I haven't been leveling up at all. I will say that with Terra now having basically 1,000 HP, she probably doesn't need to stack her HP anymore. Plus 30 is no longer much different than her top. Like, the percentage increase is getting smaller and smaller. So I'm thinking maybe now we start boosting something else. Max MP, maybe. We've already boosted her stamina, well, probably 12 points. Or, well, 9 points, I guess. I was hoping she had, like, just a pure magic option. We could give her some vigor, which would make her hit harder with her physical attack. But I usually feel like Terra is kind of more magical-oriented, you know. That's her thing. I guess we'll boost her magic a little bit for now. Magic and stamina. She's gonna end up with a lot more stamina than I really was planning, but at least this gives her some more punch with her magic attacks. And then Locke, So he's one level below her with 150 less HP. We could still give him more HP. I think for Locke, getting him a little bit more speed is nice, because no matter what action he does, speed will help him get more damage out or more healing out. And his speed is not as impressive as it could be. And then for Strago, well... If you could give him a speed Esper, he'd love it, but I don't think he's got any. MP with stamina. Probably just keep going with Zone Seek, honestly. Also, I need Ice too, so that's good. Pure Magic is good. I mean, I was talking about it earlier this episode and last episode, that maybe his max MP doesn't matter much. So just boost his Pure Magic stat as much as possible. It'll probably... I mean, I don't know the exact mechanics for Osmos, we'll have to test it out. But I imagine a higher magic stat helps you steal more MP anyway. This place kind of reminds me of Mount Colts. Oh, that's not fair. Don't you destroy our MP. Alright, I do not like abolishers. That is not cool. Thank you for dodging one. Alright, well, we're gonna try out, because we just lost, like, almost half his MP. We're gonna try Osmos. It depends on the enemy having actual MP for us to steal, and we were able to steal 96, which is probably all the guy had, so good. And that's why Osmos is super overpowered. Every now and then, you just spend a turn, cast Osmos, and you pretty much keep casting magic. Unfortunately, that just looped us around, didn't really take us anywhere. Some Slurm. Everybody loves Slurm. Oh yeah, I was going to equip a different weapon there. So yeah, Locke is not doing any... Well, some enemies in here seem to be immune to ice, so... Oh, Discord, if I remember correctly... Oh, wait. I think it used to cut your level in half, or reduce your level by 5, or something like that. Apparently it causes Confuse now, so that'll teach me. Oh good, wipe the party out with it. Nice. I guess I could have tried Cure first, but I figure one more Aqua Rake and we're dead. Good, good. I love it when stuff like this happens. We just get wiped out by one Confuse. Okay, no, we're not dead yet. Okay, Terra's about to have her action, so we're going to use a Phoenix down, and then we're going to go Cure 2 immediately. Anyone with a Gaia gear would take less damage from Magnitude. Now that I've seen them cast Magnitude, hopefully someone has Float as a spell, and that would help. I was just talking about how I felt like I was at a higher... What is wrong with Locke? He's not supposed to suck. Missing 2 attacks in a row seems a bit rude. Maybe the Slurm is really hard to... Maybe the Slurm is really hard to hit for some reason that I don't understand. So apparently Discord causes Berserk and Confusion. And SWAT just does too much damage. Why are we unable to hit this thing? I feel like our accuracy, once again, is just bottomed out for no reason. I guess maybe this area has been rebalanced. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs for Brave New World. You can learn Discord. Well, there you go. We got something, at least. Maybe Brave New World balanced this area. Muddle and Berserk. Unreflectable. Well, that's interesting. It's pretty cheap, at least. What was I trying to say? I keep interrupting myself. Classic. I'm thinking maybe this area is balanced so you're supposed to use magic, mostly. Like, if the enemies are really physical, resistant, and evasive. Wait. Relm? What are you doing down here following us? Apparently this is also around a gigantic waterfall. I didn't see it on the world map, but I mean, that's pretty huge, whatever that is. Hey, I saw you there. Did you guys see her? Bad child. This is actually a pretty short dungeon, all things considered. Alright, there's a whole bunch of Slurm. Let's not let them confuse everyone and have us kill ourselves. That did not... Ah, they don't have very many HP, okay. One of the nice perks here is we learn our spells pretty fast. If for some reason Locke or Terra had not learned all their spells, you'd learn them very quickly here, no doubt. So, anyway, Strago's catching up pretty quick. I think we'll go with... He's got his most important spells. I think the most useful will probably be the rest of the Carbuncle spells next. He doesn't have the best spell selection. Grabber by the ear. He doesn't have the best spell selection in Magic, but his lures, as we learn a bunch, will give him a pretty good variety of Magic attacks. Also, this looks special, right? The Warring Triad. What is the deal with this? You said it was Holy Land or something, right? Well, that's pretty cool. The beginning of magic, eh? The goddesses these idols represent are the source of all magic. So these three were crafted by the espers to look like the actual goddesses. Yeah, what about the real ones? Turned to stone and hidden away out of the reach of humans. Now, just put this 2 and 2 together here. The espers, who are currently out of the reach of humans, or most of them anyway, not the ones that we followed, the ones that live in the sealed land, knew what the goddesses looked like and carved statues of them for this location. So maybe they know where the turned to stone actual goddesses of all magic are. Thank you, Strago, but I had to explain it for the viewers so it made more sense. That's my job. I don't believe this was explained as well in the original translation, so that's why I'm trying to help. But the Brave New World, sometimes I feel like the translation, the tweaks to the dialogue really help to explain some of the story, so that's good. Good stuff. Ah, it's just a story though, right? Apparently no one can see, oh, we're at the wrong side. We should start on the left side. Always read left to right, guys. It's important. Okay, shh. Okay, start from the beginning. The birth of magic. 3 dissonant goddesses descended upon this realm. Their constant fighting eventually led to all-out war. Those humans caught in the fray were transformed into espers and used as living implements of war. These idols were created as a symbol of our vow to let the goddesses sleep peacefully for eternity. Eventually, the goddesses realized that their foolish war would never end. In a rare moment of mutual clarity, they agreed to end the fighting and seal themselves off from the rest of the world. The victims of their senseless war, the espers, were granted free will, and the goddesses entered their stone sleep. Their only request of the espers was to keep them sealed away for all time. So, these 3 statues were created by espers during the crazy ancient war with goddesses fighting each other and turning humans into espers and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And then eventually the 3 goddesses kind of chilled out, sort of agreed with what the espers did, and turned themselves to stone. Okay, pretty... Dang it, Ultros, we were having a moment. Quit jumping on Locke. Why do you care what Siegfried wants? Not you again. He has some of the best quotes. Alright, everyone, let's say hello to Ultros. Alright, so, this is like the third time we've had to fight him, right? I don't have any good buffing spells with Locke. Annoying. Oh, we'll get regeneration at least. That's worth it. So, just for fun, I'll cast Scan on him. I haven't been using much Scan. What do we get? Regeneration. I'm pretty sure we can slow him, unless he comes with auto haste. That'd be useful. Weak to fire and lightning. Cool. That's what I'd expect. So if you're smart, you would equip the Ice Brand and the Flame Tongue rather than other weapons. Slow seems to work. Well, Locke doesn't have a lot of choices. Just attack. Ah, steal from the octopus. Try. Of course not. Oh? Someone might lose an eye. Sounds like he's going for Locke. Yeah. So he's not weak to ice, unfortunately. I don't know if Discord could work. Confuse and Berserk, I bet you there's like no chance. Ah, why not try it once? I guess that's all the... I was hoping for like haste or something, but we don't have any options for stuff like that. Alright. DPS time, let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can keep Terra alive in attack mode. We'll just let Locke do the healing for the most part. Alright. Don't die. Us. Ultros, you can feel free to die. It's gonna hurt. Definitely gonna hurt. Alright, we're fine, we're fine. Nothing to worry about. That's not as much damage as I was expecting. I was promised more than that. There's not much Strago can do right now. But look how much HP Terra regenerates now. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that was pathetic. Alright, fine. Just do some lightning, I guess. Meduin is wind damage, so that's not that impressive. Well, I was expecting Fire 3 with a boosted Terra would do way more damage than that if he's weak to it. Well, 3 grand's still pretty good, but... Carbuncle is Reflect? Oh, we're probably already done. Or he's about to kill somebody. That's a lot of damage. Okay, Locke, you need to do some, He's not allowed to get 2 attacks in a row. Come on. Dang it. Well, that's the side effect of having Terra morphed. If he hadn't gotten 2 attacks in a row, she would have been fine, but... Alright. Well, maybe we'll just see how much Fire 3 does without being boosted. He seems to be getting a lot of attacks for someone who's been slowed. Dang it, that's a lot of damage. There's just... I hate that Strago is so useless for this fight. Totally missed you, old friend. That's great. Okay. Well, we're gonna all die here. That's great. Thanks, video game. I know we've had some comment discussions about Brave New World and whether it's as much of a difficulty mod as it should be or shouldn't be. Sometimes it feels overly difficult, I gotta say. Yeah, we're dead. There's never we can't get out of this. We're just in a death spiral. He gets his attacks too quickly, and I can't resurrect anyone to heal. I guess Locke would be better because he's hasted, but if he's just gonna kill us with the AoE area of effect every turn. It's pretty rude. Yeah. Ultros is not supposed to be difficult. Oh, we got lucky. Holy smokes, we double miss there. Ultros is not supposed to be a particularly difficult fight here, in the original game anyway. So having him have the ability to just completely wipe the party out like that seems a little bit too much. Alright, so what are we able to do here? El Nino is just water elemental. There's not much we can do to prevent water damage. I guess you could equip Bismarck for half, but other than that, probably nothing. Oh, wait. Gold armor. Yeah. No. Not too many people can equip gold armor. Looks like he counters physical attacks right now or something. At least he took half damage in the back row. So I get the feeling Esper boosted Terra gets like 50% damage increase. It's pretty good. So he doesn't seem to counter magic, except didn't he count? Maybe he has like a percent chance to counter because... Oh, there we go. It's about time. Hey, Relm. We were having a rough time. Thanks for your music. Oh, Strago, relax. Hi there. Note that Ultros is a octopus with 1,000,000 teeth. The great Ultros. Octopus royalty, apparently. Aww. Hey, wait, hold on, Relm. That's slight overreaction here. What I like about this scenario is that Relm saw right through Ultros like he's nothing and knew exactly what to do. 'Cause he immediately fell for it. Her threat to off herself to jump off the cliff totally cut through right to his heart. He can't resist. It's a strange scenario. I'll give you that. But I guess that's Relm's superpower. She sees the truth about people. Even giant octopus. So now, we don't have to fight. We just have to draw. Little Bob Ross in your life. Ain't a happy little octopus. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. That's... That's one of the translation changes I'm all on board for. Why was I never told? Yeah, okay. Well, we don't have a choice. She's with us now, right? I mean, she was doing fine traveling around all by herself, right? So, might as well keep her with us. So, everyone say hello to Relm, permanently on the... Well, permanently. Welcome to the team. So, she's another... I guess I should look at her stats first. She's another mostly mage character. Strago is like all magic and stamina. Relm at least gets a bit of speed, so that's good. Magic and speed is a pretty potent combo. She has, I believe, the absolute worst base HP in the game, so she's going to be a bit fragile. Probably want to put her in the back row. Oops, probably want to equip her as well. So she comes with some gear, nothing too impressive. You could switch over the gator hide to her if you wanted. She can use most of the stuff that the other girls can wear. All the cool girl headwear. I think we'll just go with the stat hat. A little bit of evasions, it's not going to make any difference. And all of her brushes in this mod will heal your... will do healing. So you attack your allies to do healing, basically. And the brushes will come with secondary effects that have a chance to activate. Also, one thing you'll see in a second is Brave New World did quite a good job of retargeting with brushes. It used to be that it was very easy to attack the enemy with a brush and heal your enemy if you had a healing brush equipped. That won't be so easy anymore, which is definitely an improvement. So her espers, she's only got 2 for now, but she also has access to Osmos, which is really nice. Although for now, well, speed or MP and magic. Again, max MP maybe not as big of a deal if you've got Osmos. I guess magic defense she'll just equip for now, but not too many spells for her, unfortunately, at the moment. She does get some great spells later on. And then her sketch ability is sketchy. One of the things I've read, I haven't tested it much, but if you're familiar with the original Final Fantasy VI, sketch, using it as an action in combat, had a habit of breaking your game because it kind of bugs stuff out. It should be fixed now, as far as I understand. Oh, relics, don't forget. So for her, she's one of the few people who can use Gale hairpins. Only the girls can equip this in the mod, so that might be a good choice. Otherwise, I don't know. I think just boosting her HP up a little bit with some more stats is probably good. And, I don't know. We'll just go with the Gale hairpin, because now we've got, well, no one has the back attack prevention right now. My bad. Yeah, there you go. That's right, it was supposed to be on Shadow, and then he ditched us. So there we go. Battles will be a little bit easier, which is good because some of these people are a little bit fragile and could die fairly easily. So let's learn about sketching. Sketching is kind of like, well, control materia, sorta. It basically just does one of the enemy attacks. I think I'm really not I'm not nearly as familiar with how sketch works as maybe I should be, to be honest. Oh, that's great. Just kill Strago again. We just need to kill these things. Oh, these friggin' slurms are gonna be the death of us. What was I trying to say? I'm not as familiar with how sketch works. It uses one of... I was gonna float as well, wasn't I? It uses one of... you know, you target an enemy, you sketch them, and you sort of cast or activate one of their attacks. And I'm not sure if there's like a random pool, or if it's just always one the same. I normally don't use Relm like at all, so... We'll learn about her more as we get through the game, I'm sure. Alright, so we're in a terrible situation again. Unfortunately, and this is another downside that I'm not a huge... This is a change from Brave New World we've talked about. I'm not a huge fan of it. The inability to use save points to heal up, like this one. This is a pretty tough dungeon, and you just fought a boss fight. It'd be nice to be able to heal, but you can't. So I guess we're going to go for the expensive route, which is using tinctures. Seeing as you can't learn Osmos on anyone but these two, anyone else that wants to heal, you know, you have to use restoratives to recover, which is, well, at least you can buy them, but they're expensive. I don't know, I just feel like after this fight we should be allowed to heal up for not have to pay a ton of money to heal. Alright, so there's 3 of these little squares. I think it's... I forget which are the 3 you're supposed to let, like, well, I forget which ones you want to do first. One of them takes you forward, the other 2 give you loot. This is one of the loot ones. So you remember this room from the floor before Ultros, right? Let's try more sketchy. Cyclonic. So I assume that's just one of the Adamantoid's basic attacks. Reduces all the enemies to critical HP, which is nice. I should cast Osmos. I should recover some Strago MP. And I know, I keep forgetting, so... One last time before I forget, I was supposed to change that sword out to anything else, honestly. Hey, that's not the armor I thought it was going to be. Okay, no problem. I thought that was the alternate Strago Relm armor equipment. Unfortunately for these groups, it seems like the sketching isn't all that important. Well, Cyclonic is fine, but it doesn't kill anything. I keep forgetting to use Osmos, don't I? Okay, now it is, to be fair, if I was really prepared, what I could have done for this dungeon is equip... Oh good, now use him on us. It's probably because he was alone and being the last enemy alive triggers his special. I could equip the relic that prevents muddle on everyone. Does it? It might prevent berserk as well. Which one is it? Yeah, so I think I've got 4 of these. Technically, we could equip amulets on everyone. If you're really struggling with this dungeon, that's probably what you should do, because Discord is kind of ridiculous. And you could easily prevent it with 1 relic, so... You know, I'm just lazy, but that's probably the way to play this dungeon. Don't do as Blue do. Alright, next up, I think it's this one. And maybe some more treasure to the left. The central path is the way forward. I remember that much. Looks like we're pretty high up. I really like the backgrounds and stuff on the mountains for Final Fantasy VI. You know, it just... I know it's like 16-bit graphics, but that looks so cool back in the day. It's no Skyrim or whatever, but, you know. These guys. I wonder if I should be stealing from them. What does Zone Seek do? I've never even tried that one. Light wall. Is that gonna be like a shell or something? It's probably just shell for everyone. That's not that good. Yeah, everyone gets shell. That's a pretty expensive spell to cast shell on everybody. Like, I gotta say, that's maybe not the best use of your MP, but... Oh, good. That's not so bad. What I'd like to see is if there's an enemy that can cast, White Wind. I believe there was an enemy in this area that, Strago could learn the White Wind ability from. And if you're familiar with Final Fantasies at all, you know what that does. And it would be pretty useful for him. Sketch is also a good way to learn lores as well. It forces the, well, you know, you get to see the enemy special ability rather than waiting for them to randomly select it. I mean, it makes sense that there's a combination attack with Strago and Relm. I don't want to use your MP. I need to teach her Osmos, and let's just let Strago do this. Let's try to let Strago freaking every time. Because he can recover his MP, and anybody else that uses massive MP to kill enemies is going to be very expensive, of course. And then he gets discorded, and then we all die, right? Well, let's show off Relm's basic attack. I hate my life. See, like I was saying, I know I keep getting interrupted today, but Brave New Worlds, sometimes in some areas, has just tweaked the difficulty a little bit too much, in my opinion. Anytime now. Seriously. It's fine, just kill everybody. I didn't want to play this game anyway, I just want everyone to die. I also feel like the running away timer has been kind of increased unfairly as well, but that could just be bias. I don't know for sure. I haven't timed it. Alright, so yeah, random battle with slurms left us nearly dead. Good times. And I can't just use a tent to heal up. You'd basically have to run away from the dungeon and go back to town to recover your MP. It's fine. I'm not salty. It's just... I know, like I said, we've been talking about it in the comments a little bit, and some people are also a little bit offended by the overall difficulty increase, and I know the mod developers... There's the armor I was talking about. They're sort of quoted as saying that they don't feel like this Brave New World is a difficulty up mod. Like, it's not meant to be a challenge mod the way some specifically are designed to be very difficult. This one isn't supposed to be, but there's definitely some situations where, I mean, you guys see. Maybe it wasn't designed, or maybe it wasn't meant to be designed to be very difficult, but, so there you go. The sketch has sometimes cast Cyclonic from Adamantoids, but that time it cast Wind Slash. So that's kind of what I thought, is the sketch sort of, takes from the enemy's possible attacks and picks one randomly, I would expect. And, so it kind of works like a rage, except you can control it. Well, I mean control it. You can only use the enemies that you're fighting against, but you don't lose control of your character, so... Or better or worse, you know? The good news is we're almost done this dungeon. Almost. One more encounter to kill us. Fire Sword seems pretty good. So how much... I didn't even get the chance to see it. How much... Her brush heals about 400. That's pretty good for a single target heal. That costs no MP, you know. She should get brushes later on that give her, like, the ability to get regen from her attack, so she can, or buffs like Protector Shell as well, which definitely would increase her viability. I would like to use Relm a bit more on this playthrough, because normally I don't, because Sketch is usually kind of not good for your game. And anyone can use a lot of magic, but now that we've got Strago and Relm with Osmos, maybe I'll try to use them a little bit more. Osmos, you know, once you get the hang of it, is definitely valuable. You can pump out a lot more magic. Alright, so this is new enemies. We should check for White Wind here, if possible. Okay, that didn't do too much damage. Raid. That's, he might be able to learn that too, for all I know. That's the draining type attack. He might be able to learn that too, for all I don't really know what lores are available. I know that, there's less lores available than there were in the original game. Kind of in the same fashion of the rages. There's just less in total. They've sort of rebalanced some of the spells and skills so that there's kind of more variety in enemy attacks, I guess, or something. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't design the game. That's probably Confuse. I believe an attack from the brush will wake you up as well, yeah. It's the best way to wake someone up, to be fair. That's good. I love more status inflictions. I don't think... Is there actually a... Oh good, wake up and be confused. Is there a relic that prevents sleep right now? I assume the ribbons would, of course, but... I'm not sure we could even buy one at this point that would prevent it. So yeah, okay, the sleep X counters are really obnoxious. That's for sure. At least we had the plant things asleep. Good, just kill someone in one hit. I love it. Alright, so, you know, every random battle has to take 5 minutes. I guess part of the reason I get a little bit cranky about that is it really slows down the Let's Play. When every fight just drags it down. I want to make progress in the game. I don't want this to be a 100-episode series. And, we're like resurrecting people and halfway losing our entire team in just one random encounter. That's right, I remember these guys. They used to do that in the original game as well. If you kill them with a physical attack, they counter with Raid. And look at that, Strago learns Raid. So, the good news is that's another way for him to steal HP and MP. So, I mean, if he didn't have Osmos, I guess that's something, but he's already got Osmos. Alright, let's keep soldiering on. We are almost there. In fact, we are there. Oh, phew. Alright, I'm gonna cut the episode here because this is going to be a fairly involved cutscene coming up. And I kind of need to take a break. I'm trying not to get too frustrated by some of the difficulties, so hopefully you don't get the bad impression of this mod. I do think Brave New World is good. Like, I know sometimes I might be a bit complainy, but I do enjoy it. I think overall it adds to Final Fantasy VI. It's just, there's definitely some scenarios, and especially when you're trying to record and not, you know, have 50, 1,000 episodes for a series, it starts dragging it down. And, you know, if you're playing it on your own, I could, like, if I was just playing it on my own, I'd be less annoyed by the difficulty or the status locking, but I still think it's a little bit harsh, and that's all. You know, it's all good. It's all good, everybody. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Next episode, we will find some espers and see if we can talk some sense into them. Remember the story, the plot. Remember, Terra released them and they went crazy and attacked the Empire. Then they fled here. And don't forget about Strago's story about the magic statue goddesses. You know, maybe that'll come up again. You never know. All right. Hopefully we've piqued your interest. Next episode, we'll deal with some of that stuff. In fact, honestly, I mean, I know I've been ranting here. You should really check out the next episode. It's going to be great. I promise you. It's one of the best scenes in the game. See you there.